Hello, if you like to do this exercise with me, grab the PDF link in the description, do the exercise, then come back and check it with me. Now let's start with part 2 of the use of English. The benefits of learning online. Online learning has around for several years now, but it has become much more popular in recent times. Now here I see that we have has and for. Has and for give me the clue for this one. And I know that it has to be a verb that I have to use here. So the verb that I'm looking for is present perfect. Has been. Has been around for several years now. But it has become much more popular in recent times. Today, many people choose to study from home of attending traditional classes. Here we have a contrast, okay? And, I feel like I should just say something like many people choose to study from home rather than attending traditional classes. But we have an of here. That of needs to go with something, so it can't be rather than. So here it will have to be instead of, okay? This option is especially useful for those have busy schedules or live far from educational centers. Here the clue is those. So those is referring to people. We cannot use which in here because which is not for people, it's for things, okay? So here we will use who. So this option is especially useful for those who have busy schedules. Remember that every time that you like when you have like a paragraph, try always to go back and read and see if it makes sense, okay? One of the main advantages is flexibility. Students can organize their time in a way suits their personal needs. Right, here it will have to be another relative pronoun. In this case, that, because it's talking about students can organize their time in a way that, okay, suits their personal needs. Remember that suits is that it goes well with whatever they need or their lifestyle. They can also learn at their own pace, means that can spend more time on difficult topics. Here we are looking for, well, it's a non-defining relative clause, but I would also say that this is a fixed expression, which means it collocates with means. Okay? Let's continue. In addition, online platforms often provide a wide range of resources. Videos, interactive exercises, and forums. Here is just giving like some examples, okay? So we cannot use like, I would tend, many students, so I would tend to put like such as, right? Okay, because you think, okay, why not such as? The problem with this is that such as has two words, okay? And in this exercise of the first certificate, part 2, you can only use one word. You can only complete it with one word. So in this one, I would use including. Okay. In addition, online platforms often provide a wide range of resources, including videos, interactive exercises, and forums. These tools make learning more engaging and allow students to practice different skills. Recently, online education became increasingly accepted by employers. Now, we have different things here. We have recently, which is telling me that is now, okay, so it's near the present. Online education, which is the subject and the verb. So this is telling me that here it needs the auxiliary. And the auxiliary for this one, because it's recently, it's not in the past, it's recently, it will have to be has become increasingly accepted by employers. It has still like effect in the present. So has become. Many companies now recognize the value of digital qualifications, particularly in fields technology plays an important role. I think this is quite easy, right? Did you get it right? In this one, it will be where, okay, a relative. So many companies now recognize the value of digital qualifications, particularly in fields where technology plays an important role. As a result, more people are choosing this method of study. And some people still prefer face-to-face learning. Online education is likely to continue growing in the future. Right here we have a contrast where you have that people still prefer face-to-face, but online education is likely to continue growing in the future. And because it's at the beginning of the sentence, I will use an although to express the contrast. And although some people still prefer face-to-face learning, online education is likely to continue growing in the future. I would go back to read the whole text and find expressions that will help you with your writing when you have to do your writing. So use this information that you find in this text. Now, if you like this type of content and you would like to see more of it, you can always follow me and comment, and I will be happy to see all your comments. Thank you so much for your time and see you in the next one.